This is how to see the performance of every single ad creative you've ever launched in one place from a bird's eye view. Let's jump into Lens and I'll show you how it's done. We're here in my Lens account and I'm taking a look at the fast-growing women's athletic wear brand Gold Hinge. And I'm also looking at every single ad they've launched over the last 365 days. I can add filters for different metrics if I want, but I want to see all of the ads regardless of the metrics that they've hit. And I'm also going to enter in my targets in the top left here by selecting targets. Then I can define what a newly launched ad is, what a scaling ad is. For now, I've got this set to spend is more than $500, but you could change this to be $1,000 or just $100 if you like. We're going to stick with $500 for now. And I've also defined what a winning ad is. It's both scaling, so it's spending more than $500, and the ROAS is more than 2. This is our target ROAS for this brand. And I've defined what a losing ad is as well, where spend is less than $100. Let's select update targets and see what happens next. Now my scatter chart is updated to tell me how many ads I launched in the last 365 days. That's 357. And that's up 241 since the previous period, since the previous year. So that's quite a significant increase in creative volume, but maybe this is still a little low. That depends on your requirements for creative velocity. Awesome. Taking a look at scaling ads, I can see how many ads are meeting my definition of a scaling ad. Spent more than 500, but they aren't in that winning category, where they've spent more than 500 and they've hit a ROAS of 2. So there are only 63 ads that are currently in that scaling category, and that's 63 more than the previous period. We can see our winning ads too, this top right quadrant, 149 ads. That's almost half of our total ads that we launched in the last 365 days are winning ads. And this is a significant increase on the previous period as well. And taking a look at losing ads, we only have 38. We only have 38 ads that have spent less than $100, and this is a significant reduction on the previous period. Our hit rate is a lot higher. Awesome. So now taking a look at the scatter chart, this is our radar. It's our hit map. It's our bird's eye view of all of our ad creative performance. And I can hover over any of these ads to identify exactly which ad is hitting those spend and goal metrics. So we can see up here at $140,000 in spend and a ROAS of somewhere between 0 and 4, we have this ad. Awesome. And if I wanted to open up that ad, I could also click on it to see more information. So now we're going to be presented with a familiar view that's normal for a lot of Foreplay users, where the media is on the left and we have the details about the ad on the right. We can add in custom tags when these are released. We can see the spend, the goal metric, when it started running and how long it's been running for, and the status, which is currently paused. We can also see AI tags, which Foreplay is applying for us. If we come into the metrics, we can take a look at Foreplay metrics and performance metrics from our platform. And we can also pull a transcript if there's a transcript for this video. This one doesn't have it. Awesome. You might notice as well in this scatter chart that the ads that are no longer active are gray and the ads that are currently active are green. And maybe this is a little bit noisy. There's a lot of ads on this chart and a lot of ads aren't getting spend, which is very normal for an ad account. So let's zoom in a little bit to the last 7 days. Or let's say the last 30 days for now. You'll see that our scatter chart is now currently updating. And we can see that over the last 30 days, we launched 46 ads. That's 8 less than the previous period. In the previous period, we launched 54 new ads. We can see that 9 are scaling, 12 are winners, and 9 are losers, right? We have a lot less losers. We have more winners. We have more scaling ads. Awesome. And as I hover over each of these quadrants, you'll see them highlight, right? We've got that scaling quadrant in the top left, the winning quadrant in the top right, and the losing quadrant in the bottom left. Awesome. So let's take a look at this winning ad over here that spent the most amount of our budget and is still turned on. Nice. It's an image ad that has an offer in it, slashed through pricing, the updated price nice and large, and it says mix and match. We can see the primary text here. It says, bundle our 2 bestsellers for just $99. Use code BUNDLE at checkout. We can see exactly how much this ad has spent in our time period. And we can see its goal metric, the ROAS, 2.65. If I want to see more metrics, I could come into the metrics tab here to do a deep dive on this exact ad. Awesome. Let's take a look at more of the ads in this chart. So we can see some are outperforming in ROAS, but don't have quite as much spend. That might be significant information for you. Let's take a look at this one, which is our highest ROAS ad. Awesome. It's just lifestyle photography. It might even be, it's lifestyle photography of someone, maybe a creator, maybe an influencer, wearing the product. And the caption is, people who wear our Capri Pilates sets are 10 times more likely to have a good day. In brackets, it's science. I really like this caption. Unfortunately, it's only spent $41.60. That might be why it has such a good ROAS, right? It's a ROAS of 7.11. This might not be a top performing ad. It might be that it's just driven a few last clicks that resulted in a conversion. And it's very good at closing a sale, not so good at discovering a new customer that eventually makes a sale. Awesome. So if I scroll down here, I'm going to see a table view with all of the creatives and the days that these creatives were launched. So I can see on April 8th, 3 new creatives were launched, and I can see the metrics from the metric presets that I've set for each of these ads and the net results too. So if I switch these up, I can see all metrics and switch to those. Then I can see the total reach of these ads, the CPM, spend, percentage of spend, percentage of purchase value, all of that information depending on what is useful to you. And we have similar features to what we have in Lens reports, where we can pin each of these metrics. If we want to side scroll and we don't want to scroll all the way over to the right to find one metric, we can also update and change our metrics just as we could before. And if you click in the top left here, we can switch between this table view and a card view. The card view is very visual first, and if you're working with creatives, this might be the right way to demonstrate the ads that were launched on each of these days. So now you don't have to go into Ads Manager, click the History tab, see when it was launched. You get a running report, a log of all of the ads that were launched on the day that they were launched, right? So I'm seeing that these ads launched on April 10th, these on April 9th, and these on April 8th. Awesome. So that is how you can see all of your ad performance in one place in Lens. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks so much.